This is Sensei Buck Snyder. I'm a martial artist, nature lover, and total nerd. Come have fun with Sensei in the Wild. Hey, what's up YouTube? Look what we have today. We have a first for the channel. We have salamanders. Look at these tiny little guys. These two are specifically called the dwarf salamander. And this one here is full grown. That's as big as that little guy's gonna get. This one over here is almost full grown. So they're little tiny salamanders. They are not lizards. They are not reptiles. They are amphibians, which amphibians mean that they're just like frogs. They start off their life being born in the water, and they always have damp skin, and they like to live in damp, cool places. And these little guys specifically, I'll show you a video where we found him. Okay guys, we're out in the woods and we were clearing out the area by this log right here. And right down here is where we caught the baby salamander. It was just right down here running around. And I wanted to show you the area where we found it so y'all can understand where its home is. And these little guys are nocturnal. So they basically come out at night. So you'll see them right now being kind of active. They don't like being out in the light right now. Now, one cool thing about amphibians that are different from lizards is they don't have detachable tails. So I can grab these little guys by their tails and move them, which is really the only safe way to move them because their little bodies are so fragile that I could hurt them very easily if I tried to grab them. And if you'll notice, I'm wearing gloves while I'm handling these little guys. And these are latex gloves, and that's for my protection and their protection. So for their protection, because I have oils on my skin, and their little skin's so porous that if I touch it, they can actually get the oils from my skin and it can make them sick or even kill them. And so I don't have direct exposure with them. Also, as an amphibian, they secrete toxins on their skin. And if I touch that toxin and then I touch my eyes, my mouth, or my nose, I can get sick or irritated from it. So they're not venomous per se. They just are like all amphibians. They have secretions. Okay, so and that makes their skin real slimy. When you find them out in the wild, they're actually coated with a little coat of slime, which helps them move and stay cool and moist down where they live. And so salamanders are so cool. You don't see them very often. They're extremely rare. In my lifetime, I've only caught or seen a few wild ones. Now, I've seen them at pet shops and I've seen them in the zoo and on TV and stuff, but in the wild, you just don't really encounter them that often. And so these little guys here, they're really special. We're going to take them and put them back right where we found them because I don't want to disturb these little guys. They're not a protected species. There are a lot of them out there. They just stay so well hidden. Like I said, they're nocturnal, so they only come out at night. And being this tiny, a full-grown one is between 2 and 3 inches long. And so that means that the babies are a whole lot smaller than that. So anyway, the dwarf salamander, I talked about, just one thing I didn't mention is they do eat small invertebrates, so they eat little tiny bugs, and their little mouths are itty bitty, so they got to be able to eat anything that's small enough to fit inside their little mouths. And y'all can see I got them on this this granite surface here, this marble surface. It's smooth. Their little skin is so sensitive that if they get on a rough surface, they can hurt themselves. So I keep them on this smooth surface just for their protection. Okay? Okay, one other cool thing about these little salamanders is the dwarf salamander is unlike any other salamander because they only have 4 little toes on their feet. Other salamanders have 5, but these little guys only have 4. And I know it's so hard to see their little feet, so it's hard to even count to see it. But trust me, I counted and I confirmed this is a dwarf salamander, and one of the ways I could tell for sure is the number of toes they have. So, and what's cool about these little guys too is dwarf salamanders actually have 4 subspecies. So they look like this, but they also have a little bit different coloration in the other subspecies. And that's one way you can tell that it's them, despite their coloration, is the number of toes. All right, so we're going to take these little guys and turn them free. Okay, we're turning them free.